This is a video about the 360, and in particular the hand grips on the 360 or the hand positions. And I had a question from Neil Meekins in England about this, and I was going to write a reply on Facebook, and then I decided that it's actually worth doing a video about it because there's actually quite a lot of information about this. So basically we're going to start with just talking about the grip, so we'll put the mace away for a second and just grab an empty pole. The mace grip, as you know, is asymmetric, and it's used, there are two versions of it. So we've got, in this particular case, left over right, and then right over left. And in swinging the mace in a 360, there are 4 movements in each, so in each grip has 2. So you've got, in the left over right, it's clockwise and anti-clockwise, and right over left is clockwise and anti-clockwise. So now the only other thing I'm going to add into this, that in my opinion, the hands in this position here should never actually be together, and what I mean by this is this. They should be about a finger width apart, so just imagine a finger there, and that's the position that the hand should be in. Now, the lower hand here is basically, it doesn't have to do a hammer grip at the front. It can be quite loose here. So, starting with left over right in this position here, if you think about the mace and you're holding the mace here, as you're going over to the back, the upper arm here, the hand, is now going to be the lowest hand at the back. And you can see that my hands are basically in a completely different position. This one here has got a complete triceps extension, and the right hand does not. So that there's pressure on the elbow here. And because there's a triceps extension here, there's no pressure on the elbow because the elbow is being used as a pivot point. So it's an asymmetric grip. So there we go again. Left over right. The left hand is going to be the one that's the lowest at the back and doing all the work. So it's the prime hand. And if we change it over, right over left, now my right arm is going to be the lowest one, and it's going to have the full triceps extension. The left is going to be basically not fully extended, not triceps fully extended. Bring it back to the front. Let's just have a look at this from the back. So again, left over right. The left hand is the lowest at the back. Change over. Right hand is lowest at the back. So the hand that's the lowest at the back is doing most of the work. The upper hand is doing what I call the guiding or the flight path, if you like. It's helping to steer the mace along the frontal plane. So the frontal plane, if you're not sure about it, is basically to the side of the body. Okay, so now we'll grab a mace and we'll do a demonstration of what I'm talking about. Now, the 360, to my mind, is fantastic preparation for the 10 to 2. Now, I'm just going to go through to make sure that you know what I'm talking about. So first of all, this is a 360. This is going to be left over right. So here we go, left over right. Watch, the left arm is going to go to the back. And reverse. So that's the clockwise and anti-clockwise 360, left over right, right over left. Okay. Reverse. So as you can see, you've got these two different positions, and then you've got to change them over. It balances your body out because one arm's working harder than the other. The one that is lower at the back I call the prime arm in mace swinging, and the upper one the secondary arm. Now, why is this so important? Why should you learn both methods? So again, the grips, left over right, right over left. Each one goes clockwise and anti-clockwise. This is the reason why. Because when you start, or you advance and start learning how to swing a 10 to 2, you reverse the mace from over your shoulder on the left, swing it through, over the shoulder on the right, and then swing it back again. There's no time for hand changes. You can do them every so often, but you can't do them for every single swing. So that means that's why your technique should be able to adapt to it. So let's just do a few 10 to 2s left over right, and then I'll do some 10 to 2s right over left. So you can see the left arm is going deep at the back. I'm going to change hands, and you can see now the right arm is going really nice and deep at the back, and the left arm is not working quite as hard. So just for the sake of making it absolutely clear, I'm now going to do it with my back to you so that you can see the same thing from the back. Left over right first, and you can watch how the left arm descends really deep at the back. 360 again. 3, reverse. Change hands. The right hand is going deep at the back. Reverse. And now 10 to 2s. Left at the top at the front, left at the bottom at the back. And change over, change hands, right at the bottom. A couple of other things to think about. The clockwise and anti-clockwise swing, dependent on the hand position, is actually slightly different. So if it's left over right and I'm swinging to the left, I've got to control the head of the mace that's behind me as it's swinging through, so that it comes up in the right position over here. And then we're going to reverse it and come back to the other side. So, you know, if you forward think, your training on 360s is really, really important because you've got the opportunity to learn the elements that you need to have completely under control when you do a 10 to 2. Okay, in the last bit of this video, I want to talk about some misconceptions. And the misconception number one about the 360 grip, which is a bit of a concern because it's being taught by some what I would call fairly respected trainers, but this is a big mistake because what they're showing you, and I'm going to show you now, is actually wrong. And what they're saying is that, for example, some of them are saying that, oh, you only swing the 360 left over right, you can go this way, and then you change hands and you go that way. To my way of thinking, what's the point? The optimum of this is, the thing that you want to do is to learn to do the 10 to 2. And that is the exercise that mace swinging is all about, and you get the biggest benefits from it. So you're shortchanging yourself, in effect, if you don't learn 2 grips, 4 different swings. So, just to remind you, left over right, clockwise and anti-clockwise, right over left, clockwise and anti-clockwise. Be aware of it and try to aim to get the arm, which is the highest at the front, get it lowest, get that triceps extension happening here, on both sides, get it nice and low, so don't go too fast. Now second misconception, and I'm going to demonstrate it first. Now you've probably seen me do swings where my arms come down to here. This is the misconception here. Chest swing. When you do a 360, the mace is going to start going faster and faster because you've got centrifugal force involved. You need to pull it down, slow it down with each movement. And it doesn't matter if you're going this way or the other way. So again, this is wrong. Totally wrong, because you're going to increase in speed and you want to keep a nice, slow tempo. Change hands. Okay, wrong. Slow. Down. Think of it as a pocket at the front of your body. The handle goes into the pocket and push up. Push up and pull. Push up and pull. Okay, Neil, I hope that helps you understand my thinking about the grips for the 360. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.